really nervous, so bear with me here. Okay. Okay, we're supposed to share our favorite God moment of the trip, and mine was when we were in Sawimaro, which is a really, really tiny little, really poverty-stricken village that we went to. It was the first time we've been there, and our team had a skit and a puppet show that explained, oh my gosh, I'm really nervous, like how much God loved them, and that despite anything that they did in their life, He loved them anyways, and that they were forgiven for anything they did. And then after that, our translator Edwin invited the people who want to accept Christ into their life to the front of the area that we were in, and said that if they went up, people could pray for them in their walk with God. And I thought it was really cool because a bunch of usually it's just a bunch of kids that go up, but in this village there was a bunch of older men and women that went up. And I thought that was really cool because those men and women can teach their kids and their kids' kids about God in the future. And it just kind of is this new generation of people who know about God and that can do good work for Him. And then we have to share our favorite memory of the trip. And my favorite was in El Chorudo. And we had lots of fun hanging out with the kids and building the playground that we built that we had the dessert auction for. And the first day we were there, we were digging the holes to put the playground equipment in. And this involved lots of pickaxing and shoveling, and because I'm a girl, I'm not really good at that. And so we got jobs like raking, and we painted the rocks around the playground to make it look nice. And we finished that a lot sooner than the guys did, shoveling and whatever. So I went and started hanging out with some of the older girls that were watching us, and they were playing this hand game, like clapping, and so I decided to teach them the Kit Kat bar one, like give me a break, and really? Okay. Oh. And they just kept going on again. And this one girl that I was playing it with, she did not want to stop. And I had like red patches on the back of my hands because I swear I played it over 100 times with her, and it was really great because it broke through the language barrier, and they saw that I cared about them, and it was really awesome. And we have to share something that we learned on the trip. One of the things we learned, and something that I learned, it was more of a realization, is that how great my God is. And I realized that on the last night we were there, and we went to a city called Guaymas to do a worship service with this other Mexican band. And while they were doing their set of music, they were singing this song called, that I know, called Lord You Are Good. And one of the lines is, people from every nation and tongue, we worship you. And that line was a real eye-opener because I saw that I was in another nation, and they were singing this song that I knew in English, in another language, worshiping the same God that I worship back at home. And it was just really cool to see that He's everywhere and everyone worships Him, and He's so much bigger than I can comprehend. And that was really cool for me. So, thanks.
When we did the open air Wymus worship in Wymus, and it was just cool to see all the, even though I didn't understand when the Mexican band was singing, you could see all the kids, and they were just jumping around having so much fun. And I don't really know if they knew God or not, but it was cool to see them just dancing around and stuff, having fun, because that's what we did that to show them who God was and stuff. And it was really cool to see all of them having fun and stuff. Yeah. My favorite memory would have to be we went on a tour boat, and we saw dolphins and stuff, and they came up and they were swimming on the side of the boat with us, and we weren't in the water, but we were on. Okay, and we saw sea lions and stuff, and it was cool to see God's creations, and yeah. And then we went to this little cove, and I jumped off a boat. There's 3 levels on the boat, and I was on the top one, and I jumped off into the water. So now I can say jumped off a boat in Mexico. Oh, and I snorkeled, and that was fun. Didn't really snorkel. I tried and failed. What I learned when I was down in Mexico is how blessed I am in Canada with all the things I have and stuff, like flushable toilets. Just seeing the kids so happy with the stuff they have and making the most of things. Like, there's three pieces of equipment in the playground, and there's only supposed to be like 3 kids per piece, but there was like 15 on each piece. So yeah. So I've learned that I want to make the most of things here in Canada with all the gifts I have and stuff. Yeah. And God is really good, and yeah, I just really got to know him on this trip and stuff. And yeah, thanks.
Okay, so while I was in Mexico, one of my favorite God moments was how God really opened my eyes to the idea that there's really no language barrier between a group of believers. When I was on the same trip 2 years ago, I never really thought about that, or I just didn't really think about it. And our group held 2, and we were part of 2 worship services, and we also went to a church service. And it just amazed me how God filled the place, and we were all like singing in our own language, and it was just really cool. And because we were singing the same songs, I'm nervous, worshiping the same God, and that was all that really mattered, and it was really cool. And it's hard for me to choose a favorite moment, but I would say when we were in a little fishing village, El Chayito, and we were able to spend lots of time with kids and stuff, and our team worked together to build the playground. And spending time with the kids in any village we went to was always my favorite part, but here it was cool because we got to know them and got to like play with them more and stuff. And it was really cool, and I felt really blessed to be part of the playground building, as it was so exciting for all of them, and not only the kids, but for Pastor Guillermo and his wife, and how they could minister through it, and it's just really cool. And it was just exciting to see their ear-to-ear smiles that day when it was finished, and all the kids playing, and it was really fun. And something I came to a more realization of on the trip is how God's love can be shown really through anything we did, whether it was painting women's nails at the at the carnivals we held, or acting silly with the kids, or doing the crafts with them that we spent hours doing here. We were cutting them here in Sycamoose, and it was just really cool to see how God's love just came out through it all. And yeah, I just had lots of fun seeing that.
Hi, I'm Bailey, and I was one of the youth that went on the trip. It was really amazing and an eye-opening experience for me because I got to see how little these people had, how much they enjoyed using it, or I don't know, how much they loved it that they had. Something I learned on the trip was also I can be happy with the little things I have here. I don't need everything. One of my favorite God moments was in El Chayudo, our last night there with the worship service. And at the end, it was really nice to see how not many people got up, but some people got up and they wanted to know their God. They wanted to be saved and be in heaven with Him one day. One of my fun moments I had down there was we were in San Carlos and a bunch of the guys and I got together and we started wrestling in the church there. I don't have that much to share. That's about it. Thanks.